So before you sit down, we'll go ahead and do the swearing in. Will you please each raise your right hand? Do you affirm the testimony you're about to give before the committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Thank you. Now is the opportunity for you. If you go ahead and sit down. We'll now turn to the home state senators to introduce Ms. Otake. Senator Schatz.
Thank you, Chairman Flake and Ranking Member Hirono. Members of the committee, I'm pleased to support the nomination of Jill Otake to serve as a federal district court judge in Hawaii. Ms. Otake was born and raised in Hawaii. She graduated with honors from Georgetown University and went on to study law at the University of Washington. She clerked for the Hawaii Supreme Court and has served as a state and federal prosecutor for 16 years in the state of Washington and Hawaii. Ms. Otake has distinguished herself as a prosecutor through hard work, leadership, and success in putting away criminals. As lead counsel, she has taken 87 jury cases to trial and obtained guilty verdicts in several complex criminal matters. Her cases demonstrate an impressive legal mind and a steadfast commitment to justice. Ms. Otake served as lead counsel in a case involving the murder of a grand jury witness and her 10-year-old son. The evidence was circumstantial, but she was able to prove her case using cell phone tower records, a novel method of proof at that time. The defendant received a 48-year sentence. She sent a message to corrupt law enforcement officials when she led a case against a prison guard who was smuggling methamphetamine into a state facility. And since then, the smuggling of meth into that prison has decreased drastically. Ms. Otake has also excelled in bringing down complex criminal operations. She was the lead prosecutor in a racketeering case involving a notorious prison gang. Within 4 months of taking the lead on the case, Ms. Otake had resolved 13 of the 15 defendant cases set for trial by plea agreement. She then tried the other 2 defendants, a longtime violent gang member and a corrupt prison guard, and secured guilty verdicts against both of them. Attorneys who have worked on cases with Ms. Otake, either on the side of the state or on the side of the defendant, have praised her legal skills and her commitment to justice. As one defense attorney said, "My experience has led me to the firm belief that the best judges are those who listen, keep an open mind, know that they do not have all the answers, and allow the attorneys to advocate and convince them of their ultimate decision. I have no doubt that Ms. Otake will be one of those judges because she already possesses and has already displayed those rare attributes." The legal community in Hawaii agrees. The Hawaii State Bar Association unanimously endorsed Ms. Otake with its highest rating. They noted her unquestionable integrity and sincere willingness to continually work towards the fair and prompt administration of justice. As one of her former supervisors put it, "Our country will be getting the best with Ms. Otake. And for that reason, I am proud to support Ms. Otake's nomination to the federal bench." Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Hirono.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to also add my kudos for this nominee, Jill Otake, to the committee this morning. Ms. Otake, our nominee to the U.S. District Court for the District of Hawaii, is the kind of nominee that this president or any president should be sending to the Senate for confirmation for every court vacancy. Her record, which includes an ABA well-qualified rating, makes it easy to predict that she will serve with distinction. Jill was born in Honolulu and is a graduate of Iolani School. And after graduating from Georgetown University, my alma mater, I might add, and the University of Washington School of Law, she served as a prosecutor in King County, Washington, and for the U.S. Department of Justice in both Seattle and Honolulu. During her 20-year tenure in these positions, Ms. Otake received commendations from the FBI, the ATF, the DEA, and local police departments. Throughout her career, Ms. Otake has also worked to advance diversity in the legal profession. Taking a page from the career of the Hawaii Supreme Court Justice for whom she clerked, Justice Simeon Akoba, she actively supports the inclusion and success of Asian Americans and Pacific Islander lawyers and women lawyers. Her leadership at the Asian Bar Association of Washington, membership in the National Asian Pacific American Bar Association, and work as a member for the Hawaii Women Lawyers demonstrates her commitment to diversity in law. Ms. Otake is well regarded in Hawaii's legal community, and I'd like to enter into the record, Mr. Chairman, 3 letters of endorsement from her peers.
Without objection.
The first is from the Hawaii State Bar Association, which gave her its highest rating of qualified. The second is from a group of 6 criminal defense attorneys, high praise for a criminal prosecutor. And finally, the third is signed by 38 civil practitioners in the District of Hawaii who call for Ms. Otake's swift confirmation. Ms. Otake's upbringing, education, and career experience all speak to her qualifications to serve on the federal bench. As noted by my colleague, she has tried a large number of cases to verdict, has navigated difficult legal situations, and understands the plight of victims as well as the duties of attorneys. She will continue to serve our state and our nation with integrity. And I look forward to her testimony. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Hirono.
I'd first like to thank the President for the great honor of this nomination, to Senator Grassley and Ranking Member Feinstein for holding this hearing, to Senator Flake and Ranking Member Hirono for presiding over it. Thank you, Senator Hirono in particular, for your graciousness, kind words, and generosity, and also to Senator Schatz for the same. Turning now to the people who are here in support of me, first and foremost, I have such a deep love for my husband, John. He has been a dedicated public servant himself, having served 27 years in law enforcement. He is the single biggest reason why I have had success in my career, and that is because he has made great sacrifices for me. My children, Johnny and Maria, are here. They made the very long journey from Hawaii, ages 9 and 7. I could not be more proud of them. They humble me greatly every day and bring me great joy, and they have made as well many significant sacrifices for my career. My brother Thomas is here representing the Otake family. Tom is himself an outstanding trial attorney, and he represents a whole slew of people back home in Hawaii, friends, family members, and in particular my mother Krista, my brother Lauren, and his wife Miyuki, who are doting over a brand new baby girl. My sister-in-law Joanne Kaiser and her husband Steve are here representing my in-laws, the very big and rambunctious McAuliffe family. Thank you, Joanne and Steve, for your support. And I have here as well some friends who I've known for a very, very long time, from 7th grade and on. My dear friend Tricia Novi, Patrick and Mio Lau, and Kimberly Chang, who I first met through church at St. Albans Chapel at Iolani School. Also here is Major Sean Mahoney of the United States Army JAG Corps, somebody who I met through my work as an AUSA and who I admire greatly. Sean is here from Georgia. Thank you, Sean. And Greg Jimenez is also here, who I met through the Hawaii State Bar Association's Leadership Institute. Last but not least, I'd sincerely like to thank the National Asian Pacific American Bar Association, and in particular Vincent Ng and Joyce Liu, who are present. If it were not for Napaba and Vincent, I would be perhaps the most neurotic candidate in the history of this committee. Napaba and Vincent have guided me very kindly and with wisdom, and for that I am eternally grateful. And with that, Senators, I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Ms. Otake. Mr. Hunt.